Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel GKToday YouTube. Now we have started a new channel. It is Civils Academy. So you can join it if you find it relevant. Now let's start. Which Indian state has set up a high-level committee to constitute new districts with the Lok Sabha constituency as base? So this decision was taken by the state government of Andhra Pradesh. The Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh is Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy. So recently, a high-level committee was set up to constitute new districts with Lok Sabha constituency as base. And this high-level committee will be headed by the CS, that is Chief Secretary. Now, Andhra Pradesh was also in news as recently it launched Restart program. So this Restart program has been launched for the revival of MSME sector. Recently, central government announced Champions Portal for MSME sector. Presently, Nitin Gadkari is the Minister of MSME Ministry. His constituency is Nagpur in Maharashtra. Which payment application has launched India's first numberless card of the country? Right answer is FamPay. So, FamPay has launched this India's first numberless card, and this card was launched keeping teenagers in mind. So with the help of this card, the minors can make online or offline payments without opening a bank account. And all the information related to transaction will be stored on the FamPay application. Therefore, the card will have no numbers on it and the teenagers can use it safely. The import of which agricultural equipment has been curbed by the Indian government by amending its import policy? So first thing first, you need to understand the difference between import and export. If we are purchasing something from outside, that means from other country, then it is import for us. If we are selling something to another country, that is export. So right answer is power tiller. So recently DGFT, that is Directorate General of Foreign Trade, released a statement, and as for that statement, government has amended the import policy of power tillers, and now it cannot be freely imported and it has been put under restricted category. Now what is the meaning of this restricted category? It means if you are importing this item, you need to seek a license from DGFT. What is DGFT? It is Directorate General of Foreign Trade and it is under Commerce Ministry. So why this decision was taken? This decision was taken to curb the inward shipment of these equipments, and these are mainly imported from China. Chattogram port, which was in news recently, is located in which country? So it is in Bangladesh, and in our news section we have already discussed that why this port was in news. So recently the first trial container ship from Kolkata port to Agartala was flagged off through this Chattogram port. So here is Kolkata, it is in West Bengal, here is Bangladesh, and here is Agartala. Agartala is in Tripura. So with the help of this Chattogram port in Bangladesh, India would be able to connect our northeast region through a shorter route. Now Bangladesh was also in news as recently High Court of Bangladesh declared Joy Bangla as a national slogan. Now Bangladesh was also in news as recently Vikram Doraiswamy has been appointed as India's next High Commissioner to Bangladesh. Please note that High Commissioner term is used for the Commonwealth countries, while Ambassador term is used for the non-Commonwealth countries. As per the recommendation of NITI Aayog, what is the percentage of recycled products to be used in large infrastructure projects? So recently, NITI Aayog has recommended the government to use 25% of recycled products in large infrastructure projects. Why so? This was recommended to promote the secondary products across India. Recycled products such as metals, plastic or paper will promote the secondary products industry. Now, NITI Aayog is an executive body and recently NITI Aayog was in news because of VNR. What is VNR? It is Voluntary National Review. So recently India submitted its second VNR at UNHLPF. What is UNHLPF? It is United Nations High Level Political Forum. So this was India's second VNR and the title of this VNR is Decade of Action, taking SDG from global to local. What are SDG? These are Sustainable Development Goals. A detailed video on this topic has already been uploaded on Civils Academy channel. You can check it. Which financial institution has released guidelines for the Fair Practice Code for ARC, that is Asset Reconstruction Companies? So recently, these guidelines were announced by RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. And these guidelines are released by RBI as per the powers conferred under SAFESI Act of 2002. Now, RBI was also in news because of PIDF. What is PIDF? It is Payment Infrastructure Development Fund, and it is a fund of rupee 500 crores. Apart from PIDF, Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund was also in news. It is 15,000 crores fund, and recently Giriraj Singh launched the implementation guidelines for this Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. In addition to this fund, recently Agriculture Infrastructure Development Fund was also in news. Please note that this one is agriculture, this one is animal husbandry. So this Agriculture Infrastructure Development Fund is worth 1 lakh crore rupees. Solar Orbiter Mission is a collaboration between NASA and which other space agency? So it is a collaboration between NASA and ESA, that is European Space Agency. Now recently NASA has released the images from this orbiter, including the closest pictures ever taken of Sun. So this is a project related to Sun, and for this NASA and ESA has collaborated. NASA is the space agency of USA. Recently NASA was also in news as it decided to rename its headquarters in Washington DC after Mary W. Jackson. So NASA is the space agency of USA. Recently USA was in news as it decided to quit WHO. USA is India's biggest trading partner. Which country recorded the largest reduction in the numbers of people in multidimensional poverty between 2006 and 2016? So this country is India. And as per the recent information released by UNDP, that is United Nations Development Programme, and by OPHI, that is Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative, India has recorded the largest reduction in the number of people who are living in the multidimensional poverty from 2006 to 2016. So as per this recent report, approximately 273 million Indians moved out of this multidimensional poverty. Now every year on 17th of October, the International Day for Eradication of Poverty is observed. Lourdes Roman Catholic Shrine that arranged the world's first e-pilgrimage is located in which country? So it is in France. And recently it was in news because it organized world's first e-pilgrimage. Now France was also in news as recently Jean Castex was appointed as the new Prime Minister of France. The previous Prime Minister was Edouard Philippe. The President of France is Emmanuel Macron. Now France was also in news as recently India established air bubble with France, US and Germany. Now a detailed analysis of this topic is already uploaded on Civils Academy channel. So your first homework is, what is the difference between air bubble and travel bubble? Aarogyasri is a health scheme being implemented in which Indian state? So this is a health scheme of Andhra Pradesh. And recently it was in news because the services of this healthcare scheme have been extended to another 6 districts in the state of Andhra Pradesh. And that's why it was in news. Now the name of scheme is Aarogyasri. Recently, government launched Aarogya Setu app to track the COVID-19 and to prevent the transmission of coronavirus. Apart from that, recently SBI General Insurance launched Aarogya Sanjeevani health insurance policy. Apart from that, recently one more Aarogya term was in news and it is Aarogya Path. Answer in comment box which organization is associated to this term. Which agricultural organization has celebrated its foundation day on 16th of July? So it is ICAR, that is Indian Council of Agricultural Research, and it is under DARE, that is Department of Agricultural Research and Education, and this DARE is under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. So 16th of July is its foundation day. It was established in 1929 and at that point of time it was Imperial Council of Agricultural Research. So 16th of July is the foundation day of ICMR, while 17th of July is World Emoji Day. On the other hand, 18th of July was celebrated as Nelson Mandela International Day. Who has been appointed as the new Vice Chancellor of Indian Maritime University? So recently, Malini Shankar has been appointed as the new Vice Chancellor of Indian Maritime University. She is also the chairperson of NSB, that is National Shipping Board, and this National Shipping Board is the advisory agency to the central government on the shipping related matters. Now in this context, there is organization IMO, that is International Maritime Organization. Answer in comment box, where is the headquarters of International Maritime Organization? The first online NISHTHA program of HRD Ministry has been launched in which Indian state? So it has been launched in Andhra Pradesh. It is an initiative of MHRD, and NISHTHA stands for National Initiative for School Heads and Teachers Holistic Advancement. So it is a teachers training program. Recently it was in news because the first online NISHTHA program was launched in Andhra Pradesh, and as per this program, NCERT provides the NISHTHA training at state level. Now NCERT was also in news because of Pragyata guidelines. Answer in comment box, these guidelines are associated to which field? Ossouka Raponda is appointed as the first women Prime Minister of which African country? So she is the first women Prime Minister of Gabon. Gabon is the African country. Now apart from her, recently few other personalities were in news. Recently, Roshni Nadar became the first woman to head a listed Indian IT company. In addition to her, recently Neela Satyanarayan was in news. She was the first woman State Election Commissioner of Maharashtra. In addition to her, recently R. Srilekha was in news. So she became the first women DGP of Kerala. Now apart from her, recently Kathy Sullivan was in news. Answer in comment box why she was in news. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now we are going to cover the news section. Feel free to skip it at your own risk if you do not like the format. So first news is related to Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So government announced 5 portals to boost Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, and these portals are sector specific. For power sector, BHEL is working on the portal. For manufacturing sector, CMFTI is working on it. For machine tools, HMT is working on it. And for automotive sector, 2 organizations are working. One is ICAT and another one is ARAI. Next news is related to Kurma mobile app. So this is a mobile application that was launched in May 2020, and recently it was in news because of its excellent work. So this was launched in May 2020 on the occasion of World Turtle Day, and this application has been developed by Indian Turtle Conservation Action Network, that is ITCAN, and for this purpose it partnered with Wildlife Conservation Society. Now it is important to note that 2020 is being observed as Year of Turtle, and this mobile application is related to the turtle conservation and to provide the information about turtles. Next is Kaziranga National Park. So this national park is in Assam, and it was in news because of floods, as more than 100 animals died in this national park. Next is CIPET, that is Central Institute of Petrochemicals Engineering Technology. So recently it was in news because it got approval for the PPE kits. What is PPE? It is personal protective equipments. So this technology institution is under Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Next is COPS, that is COVID-19 Protection System for Workplaces, and this has been launched by CSIR CMERI. What is COPS? It is COVID-19 Protection System. So this has been launched for the workplaces. Next is JICOV-D. So recently Zydus Cadila started the human trials of its potential COVID-19 vaccine, and the name of this vaccine is JICOV-D. This vaccine has been developed as a part of the Vaccine Discovery Program, that is VDP, and it is a program supported by the DBT, that is Department of Biotechnology, and this program is supported as a part of National Biopharma Mission. Next is BlackRock. So it is a malware, and it was in news as it created problems for the users. It steals the credit card details and the passwords from the mobile applications, and this malware is associated to Android systems. Next is APT29. So this was a group which was accused of hacking the information related to COVID-19 vaccine. And this is a hacking group which is also known as Koji Bear. Next is PM Swanidhi app. So recently, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs launched this PM Swanidhi app. It is important to note that Madhya Pradesh is top state in terms of implementation of the scheme. Next is Aspire portal. So recently ICAT, that is International Center of Automotive Technology, has launched this portal Aspire, and Aspire stands for Automobile Solutions Portal for Industry, Research and Education. Next is La Liga title. So recently Real Madrid won this title, and Real Madrid won it for 34th time. It is a football tournament title. Next is World Chess Day. So it is celebrated on 20th of July. Next is Twitter. So recently Twitter was in news because of the hacking and Bitcoin scam. That means the hackers hacked the account of prominent personalities and they demanded ransom in Bitcoins. Next is Boeing ISS. So recently Boeing received $916 million deal to support the ISS, that is International Space Station. So this deal has been signed for 4 years. Boeing is an American multinational company. Next is Ramesh Tikaram. So he was para-athlete. He passed away recently. He had won multiple medals in shot put and javelin throw. Next is C.T. Vivian. So he was American personality. He passed away recently. He was American politician and he played a vital role in civil rights movement in USA. And in 2013, he was honored by the then President Barack Obama with Presidential Medal of Freedom. Next is community transmission. So recently Kerala Chief Minister has confirmed the community transmission in certain areas in Kerala. Next is UNICEF India and ASAP India. So recently these two partnered to improve the employability of young people in our country. Next is Madhu Babu Pension Yojana. So it is a scheme of Odisha government, and recently this scheme was in news as now transgender community has been included in the list of beneficiaries of this scheme. That means now transgender community in Odisha will receive pension under this Madhu Babu Pension Yojana. Next is Renewable Energy Export Policy. So this was policy of Andhra Pradesh and it was launched recently. The idea is to permit the sale of power to the other states. Next is third G20 Finance Ministers and Central Bank Governors meeting. So recently this meeting was organized and Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman participated in this event and it was presided by Saudi Arabia. In 2021, Italy is the host of G20 Summit, while in 2022, India will host the G20 Summit. And last is Praveen Siddharth. So recently he was appointed as the Private Secretary to the President of India and he replaced Vikram Singh. Recently Vikram Singh was in news as he was appointed as the Joint Secretary in Ministry of Shipping. So these were the most important news events. Now homework. So first homework is what is the Inter-Parliamentary Alliance on China. Now second homework is Apollo orbits and third homework is NHRC, that is National Human Rights Commission. So that was all for the day. Thank you.